Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, son, that's disgusting.
What is up, everybody? I'm Gary Conahan, and I'm your host for the Damn Podcast. This is episode 10, the monumental 10th episode of the Damn Podcast.
Damn, son, isn't that enough?
We had the band Scarboro in from Brooklyn, New York. They came to the American Bar and Grill to do a show, and we just got lucky enough to get them in here for a half-hour interview.
Damn, son.
Please stay tuned for at the end of the episode, we have an exclusive sneak preview of Watch Ya Back off of their new album called Here Comes the Hangover. Well, without further ado, here's Scarboro on the Damn Podcast. Thanks for coming on the Damn Podcast. We're here today with Scarboro, and we're going to talk about some shit before they go play their show at the A-Bag.
Yeah.
Yep. How was your trip in?
It was rough, you know. Missed an important exit. Yeah, I missed the exit.
You missed the Ren Fair. That's what you missed.
Yeah, I missed the Ren Fair. Yeah. There's not a lot of exits in this state.
There's like 3 until you get to Pittsburgh. Then there's a shitload.
We go to Indiana from every now and again, and like we always have to go straight through Pennsylvania, like the longest way you could ever possibly do it.
In Ohio, it's the exact same thing as soon as you cross the river.
It's a long state. It's a long boy.
Well, the important thing is you're here now.
Yeah.
So, basically, I guess we'll start off how anything starts off. How did you all meet to form this band?
Oh, man. So Jack and I met. So this band like started a few years ago, like with a couple other dudes. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's just like a long story, and it's not all that interesting. Everybody just like their wives had to go, and they moved to other states. So whatever. So we were recording our EP at Studio G, and Jack was working with Francisco on the record, and then right after that, our bassist had to leave town, and Jack jumped on board. And that was that. And then Gayla came on board a few months ago when our drummer bounced. And they played in another band together called Fat Heaven. So it was just sort of, she was filling in and then jumped in. So that's how we met.
Yeah. That's the long and skinny.
Yeah.
The long and skinny. Studio G connection.
Francisco was like, join this band. I was like, yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
He was like, I found you a bassist. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
It worked out.
All right, well, how would you describe your style for the listeners that haven't heard of you yet or heard your band?
Who wants to take this one? Come on.
As a
Put Jack
one.
on the spot today.
I always like to think of it as like a cross between like East Bay pop punk and like DC New York hardcore.
That's not a bad description.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's how I always sum it up in my head.
I mean, all those influences are in there. So I think like it's always like a weird question to ask because like I don't know, people just kind of like really like want to hear like a category like New York hardcore, but it's like we're not very like brr, but it's also not like I don't know,
Like
it's just
X, Scarboro X.
Yeah,
We say punks, but like
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a punk hardcore kind of...
I just haven't had a mohawk in like 10 years.
yeah, right.
I like your hair the way it is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You could use a little bit of purple or pink in it or something.
You know.
Get on that.
I've been trying to convince him for a while, though. I'm like, let me dye your hair. He's like,
Maybe
nah.
we'll take a poll and see what people think.
I'm all natural.
But all right, well, that's cool. What's the writing process like for you guys whenever you start from the conception of a song to having it finished? Like, who does what, or is there one main driving force writing the music?
I mean, each song comes into like a practice as like a skeleton of just like guitar and vocals, pretty much, and then we all just build around it. But like, I wrote a song on the record, and Sure wrote the rest of it.
But it's not like because Jack doesn't want to write more. Like
I'm
we're
pretty
always
lazy.
like write more. It's not like some prima donna shit. Like Jack, you're only allowed one song per record. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the songs just kind of like happen. I mean, like I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Like normally, like I'll just like write a song in like 10-15 minutes and just like record it and be really excited about it and be like, hey guys, like what do you guys think of this? And like they won't respond, and I'm like, oh, I guess it sucks. So then like move on to the next one. And then we, they build around it and we test them out and see how they play, and there we go.
Who wrote "Watch Your Back"?
That was me.
That's my favorite song.
Oh, thank you.
So far today, I could change though. You never know. Like, you know how it is when you first hear an album.
Yeah.
Like, I was obsessed with Lydia when I first heard Highly Suspect, but now I like
Bath Salts.
Bath Salts is my favorite song now.
That's an early cut.
Yeah. So it's, unchanges things.
Totally.
You think there's only that one song on an album like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Then you're like, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
And when they start playing the shit out of it. Okay, well, can you talk a little bit about the recording process and like what studio you went to?
So we recorded at Studio G with our good friend Francisco Botero. I worked there too, and I don't know. We've had a long-lasting relationship as far as this band goes, and
It's like the go-to place. I mean, like the process itself. I mean, it took a little while to get the record done. Like just sort of once we had like the drums down, like I think we started moving along pretty quick. But then for whatever reason, like it sort of dragged on, and just kind of like nailing it down and really getting it perfect. And like, it was really fun working with Francisco just because he's so like a perfectionist over it. Like for me, like I don't know shit about anything. Like I'm like, oh, it sounds great. Like. Yeah. Let's just go with it, and he'll just be like, "What are you talking about?" And so like,
we did the drums in like 2 days.
Yeah,
right.
They seem super tight. Did you click it, or did you guys quantize it to a grid, or was it?
We did it all to a click. I think there was not one song where we winged it.
Like maybe Cliche I Know I think might be right. Like it was just like
there was
too
some.
fast.
That's the thing. Like there were some songs where like we're playing it and like we're getting a click to it. And we're like, why is this click like 780? like as soon as your tempo goes to 780, you're like, we got to do something else. Let's figure something else out.
Yeah, well, I could tell it was tight being a producer myself. The drums didn't sound like they were just played loose, so I didn't know if they did like some like quantizing on later or it was just straight up.
Actually, not a whole lot of editing. I mean, it's just playing to a click and having someone being very scrutinizing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Awesome. As long as you can pull it off and stay within the means of the click, and it doesn't have to be like fucking robotic.
Yeah.
You can still play in and out of the pocket a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So like, you got the drums down in a couple days.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess I probably did like 3 punches on bass, and then the bass was done after that. We did it like live, and then like I don't know. We did it. We kind of spread out the process, so we got that done, and then like a month later, like Shure and Francisco did the guitars and the vocals, and then we like waited another month and we mixed it throughout the time frame of a couple months. It's just like, shit's not cheap.
We have a studio in Lancaster that I'm great friends with. It's called Atrium Audio, and I don't know if you ever heard of August Burns Red. They do their albums.
Right on.
And it's like they're like very competitively priced. Like it's a little out of what I want to pay sometimes for stuff.
Totally.
So it's like I can't even imagine what they charge in there for time.
Well, it's all project to project.
Yeah.
You can't charge the musician who's like bartending like the same thing that you're charging the musician with like a major label budget.
Well, no, I mean that's good to know. I didn't realize you just assume that somebody with a reputation like that in a studio like that it's like it's $2,000 a day to block out the studio. And,
that happens though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that doesn't happen.
That's no engineer just to get the studio.
But it's like I don't know. It's all around everyone's budget.
No, that's great. So, what do you see in the future for your band?
International success.
It's obtainable for sure.
I don't know.
We've been talking about going to Europe because the label that put out the record is
from the Netherlands.
Yes, from the Netherlands. So that seems pretty exciting to me. I've never been to the Netherlands.
I hear there's Europeans like The Rock, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the exciting part. I mean, like, most of, like, we'll get, like, random messages on Facebook that, people are really stoked about the record. But, a lot of it is international stuff, which is pretty cool. And, some of the people that we've been connecting with, are like folks from, like, Germany and shit that have come across the record and are really excited about it. So, like, we're kind of stoked to go out there because, it's a completely different environment.
I've never had so many record reviews that I couldn't read.
Yeah. Well, also when you pop them into Google Translate, it's fucked up. You know, but
Yeah, 'cause it's literal translation. It doesn't tell you
but
what
some of the
phrase is.
translations are just so funny.
Yeah.
Like, can we divulge the information on the Ian MacKaye?
Oh yeah,
thing?
go ahead.
Yeah, I think okay. So this one review said that Sure was the Asian Ian MacKaye. Is that what he said?
Or like the lookalike, or yeah, something like
It's like
that.
it was just
Asian-
Ian MacKaye
Asian-
playing
Asian-
with two
yeah.
metal kids.
With death metal lookalikes.
Yeah, I was like,
So
okay,
apparently,
okay.
me and
Like-
Jack are death metal
I was
kids.
like, oh
and-
man, like I'm sure they weren't trying to insult us. Like just Google things.
Maybe
sucks.
Google Translate fucked that up.
Yeah.
It doesn't say things like the guitar is being very, very well.
Sometimes it does.
It's like word jumble. It's great.
The Asian Ian MacKaye.
I feel bad because like a friend of mine like speaks German, so I'm always like, hey, can you translate? She's like, fuck. Like at first she was excited about it, but like after like the third or fourth one, she's like, come on, man, like just look at the number, you'll be
Are
fucking.
you best
fine."
friends with an Asian Henry Rollins?
Not yet. Working on it.
Gotta find one first.
Do you think you guys are gonna tour like more around like the East Coast first before you go over to Europe, or what are your plans immediate?
I mean, we're trying to put together a couple of dates in June. I'm kind of also thinking of maybe just kind of seeing how the European stuff works out, just like from the fiscal perspective. I mean, like it's kind of it gets expensive after a while, and that's sort of where we really want to invest is making sure that we make the Europe thing happen. But like we're always up and down no matter what, so I'm sure it'll continue. But like we just got off like a 10-day or like a last month, which I think I'm still recovering from. So.
We all are.
Like I'm just like traumatized.
But I highly recommend the Europe thing. Our friends of ours that own Atrium Audio, they have a Star Wars band called Galactic Empire.
I am
And,
familiar.
yeah,
I am familiar.
they went and toured February, all through Europe for the month of February, and they just got back.
Yeah, they actually, just the other month, they took promo photos right across the hall in here.
Oh wow.
Fuck yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's cool. I'm excited
Those guys
now.
are awesome. Like one producer in there is like a big Star Wars dude, and he did like drum covers of stuff, and then they ended up turning it into like full band 8 guitar part.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing
It's
stuff.
nuts. But anyway, enough about
Yes.
that.
He's our resident Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, Europe is supposed to be the best.
Yeah, supposedly they just love American bands over there. So they're
It's
like-
so funny, man.
There's a lot of bands that play here and tour in a band, and over there they'll actually get like a bus and whatnot.
What?
Yeah.
That's delightful over there.
That's
man.
what I want. That's
People
what I want.
appreciate- I think people move. I think people
Well, you can
appreciate
get out.
music a little more. We're a little stuck up over in this
Oh, yeah,
area,
for sure.
especially
Oh,
the Northeast is just brutal.
It's
you go
true.
Down south, it's completely different.
Very cutthroat here.
But
That's
yeah,
where I'm from.
The Northeast is shit. I love living here, but we're all assholes.
Yeah, but we
It's true.
But at least we're
Everybody's-
self-aware though.
Yeah.
I-
assholes, but we get shit done, and we're honest with you if we don't like you.
yeah.
They'll pretend they like you.
When I moved here from California, I was like freaking out for like 2 or 3 years about how everyone was so mean and judgmental and harsh.
Oh yeah, well, I have a side project I was working on. It was like this death metal singer. She's from Texas, and when she came up here, I mean, she's like
Yeah.
the nicest girl, but I mean, she screams like a fucking demon. But when she's up here, she's just like, oh thanks, oh thanks. Like, she's just like the most polite person ever,
Yeah.
and it's like everybody up here's like, fuck it.
We're cranky. It's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cold. We all work 80 fucking hours a week.
Sometimes I miss the South though. I like the thank yous.
I've only been to the
I
South
like
once.
that.
Thanks.
I like to visit.
Yeah. We have friends live in North Carolina and Texas, so it's like it's not too deep with the North Carolina, but
Yeah.
the Texas thing, they're definitely
Yeah,
a different area.
everybody from North Carolina is from up here anyway, so it's not that much different.
I run
They
into
don't
so
curse,
many North
though.
Carolinians in New
No,
York.
they don't.
Don't swear if you go down
Isn't
south.
your girlfriend from North Carolina?
Yeah, shut up, Jack.
Way to call me out. No,
Sorry.
no, she is.
Hey, maybe you want to know that he has a girlfriend.
No, I do. I have a very lovely girlfriend.
If she's listening, he means it. He's smiling right now. He's not even joking.
It's true.
It's not an April
He's a
Fool's
sweetheart.
joke.
Yes, it is April Fool's.
I didn't see any good April Fool's jokes today. I was kind of like Steven Slate dropped a pretty funny one. Did you see?
No, I haven't. I've been driving all day.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
it was like a mixed thing where it's like if you EQ something wrong, it shocks you.
Oh, shit.
He made a whole video about it where it's like, yeah, like you try to turn the high end up on a clean high mix already. It's like you turn it up and then it shocks you and it won't. You can't get out. They made like a whole video. It was pretty funny, but most of the stuff. The best April Fool's joke I ever got production wise was there was this plug-in where you put it on your master bus. It was supposed to be like a limiter.
The whole
And it
plug-in was a
played
joke.
Rick Ross.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
not Rick Ross. Played
It would
Rick
Rick
roll.
roll you.
Rick Astley. Yeah, as soon as you put it on, it just changes
It would
everything.
rickroll you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's pretty
I swear
awesome.
to God,
though.
I'll show you it after we're done. But I'm like, cool. I'm gonna try this new limiter out for my master bus.
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds sick. And
That's
then I put it on,
amazing.
yeah, and it's like, never gonna give you up. What the fuck is going on with this? Yeah, that was a couple years ago, and I was like, that was awesome.
This
They went to
auto-tune
the
is
trouble to
crazy.
make that plug-in. But yeah, that was rad.
Shit.
Have you guys ever played at the A-Bag before?
No.
No.
No, not at all. I've heard a lot about it. Like I hear a lot about Lancaster, and I hear a lot about A-Bag,
Yeah.
We've
which I've been knowing as American Bar and Grill, but
Yeah.
I now know the
the
slang.
short.
I know the slang now.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
hip.
it's like AF.
It's
Yeah.
it's definitely the most punk rock place in town as far as all that stuff goes. You know, there's pictures of like the Clash on the wall and
Fuck yeah.
Henry Rollins, and there's skateboard decks hanging all over the place. Well, you'll see
dope.
when you get there, but
It's funny because we were like turning a corner, and like we were just right by a farm,
Oh yeah.
and then you just turn the corner, and
There's
like, oh,
another-
here we are.
There's another club in the city called the Chameleon.
Yeah.
I've heard about
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
one too.
They have a lot of like bigger bands in there and stuff.
yeah, it's probably like 1,000-person capacity, maybe a little more. Something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a lot of people.
place.
I think all
Next
this
year.
stuff I've heard about
Yeah.
about these parts is from the couple shows that we've played in York.
Oh, you played in York.
Yeah, we
A
played
couple
Skid Row.
times. Yeah,
Skid Row
actually-
Garage.
Garage.
Yeah.
Love
so
that place.
that's
I've never been
all
there.
the people
amazing.
we know from
Yeah,
there.
it's a must. It's a bucket list place.
Did you guys ever go to Single File when that was open? Oh, that's right. You haven't been to Lancaster. Yeah, there was another really cool place.
It was
in
right
Lancaster.
behind here, actually.
Yeah, it's like a BYOB
Fuck yeah.
warehouse. Yeah, so it was
That's
pretty
my
cool.
style.
It was fun.
So, how did you guys find out about this area? Like through Justin, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how he.
he's on point with shit?
Yeah,
man.
for
That
real.
guy, I had his band on the podcast a couple weeks ago, maybe a month, and yeah, he's like his head's filled with tons of punk rock and rock knowledge. Like I'm just like, wow, this guy knows a lot of shit. Between that and skateboarding stuff,
Yeah.
I'm kind of running out of questions here. Is there anything you guys want to add, or do you have any information for the people listening that you want to put out there? Like, where can they get your CD? Just go to your website.
Hey,
Right.
oh, we're promoting stuff. I forgot about
Yeah, you
that.
guys are promoting
Put
your
it-
stuff.
we were just hanging out. Like
well, we try to make it pretty casual.
it's just so comfortable. You're just like, oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like work.
Put in the plug.
Yeah, so you can get our album online. If you actually want a CD, go to scarboro.storenv.com and we'll mail it to you with special little love notes and stickers and whatnot. But it's also available digitally pretty much anywhere.
Like the iTunes, Google.
Yeah, iTunes,
Spotify.
Google, Spotify, Amazon, babada babada boobada.
We're on Amazon?
And if you're
Yeah.
really poor,
Amazon Japan.
if you're poor and you want to listen to it, it is on YouTube.
Oh shit.
So you
People
can,
did that?
Yeah, apparently
Yeah, the
like,
whole album's up on there.
I saw like the one I'm like, oh, that looks different. I don't remember making that.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
We're,
like,
we're
check it out.
suing.
Maybe it's,
We can't sue because it's our publisher.
Ah shit.
yeah, I found that today because I wanted people to at least be able to hear you guys, so I threw a video up just to kind of get
There
the
we
buzz
go.
rolling before the show.
Damn.
Do you guys have any funny like touring stories or like?
Oh, we have horror stories.
I like that.
I didn't say
Oh
horror stories at
man,
all.
here.
Oh, I thought you
like-
said horror
like,
stories.
This
and I
one, this
said
one
we-
time we went to a town and I got really drunk.
This other time I went to a town and got roofied.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, that was
By
not
a
fun.
guy or a chick?
By I don't know. We don't know.
Oh, you don't even
like,
know?
Like that's the thing. Like we didn't even think. Like I just thought like I would.
They didn't hang around to reap the benefits of it. They just
We
kinda
got-
did it and left.
I mean, there were no benefits.
It may have been
Drive-by.
out of revenge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I mean, like New York. New York in the Midwest doesn't play well when
I
you've
know
had a
you,
couple
you
of
start
beers.
talking shit, and then
And
next
it
thing you
wasn't
know,
even like shit though. You know, I mean, like we were just like boisterous. We were having a good time because it was like,
Midwest?
yeah.
Canton,
Right.
Ohio.
Oh, there you go. Way to blow up
Called
this.
out.
I was trying to keep it on the DL, so I didn't want to get anybody in
I
trouble.
love
but,
it.
But yeah, it was a nice. Like the Canton ER though. I will at Mercy Hospital looks fantastic. I highly recommend it.
We
So-
also highly recommend the
Hall of Fame.
Motel 6.
Oh, the Motel 6 there is fantastic, especially when the cops kick down your door.
And then when I found the cockroach in my bed.
That was the next
Wow.
day. At that point, the cockroach.
I
was like-
slept. Oh man.
you slept through all of that. You slept like on a cockroach nest.
Drunk and passed out. Fuck it, you know. Sleep's good sleep when you're on tour.
It's true.
Oh my
You
God.
get it.
I was thankful for the Motel 6.
I never realized how cheap Motel 6 is until
It
I
is.
started playing in a
What,
band.
like 56, 60 bucks?
That's why it looks
Yeah,
like shit.
56 exactly.
Yeah. Well, I stay at hotels frequently for my job, so I'm like, yeah, Red Roof. I usually stay at Red Roofs.
Yeah.
They're a little nicer, but
Yep.
you know,
Baltimore Red Roof in plus.
It was great. That was a good
Man,
one.
that was a good one.
Yeah, Red Roof. I got the awards plan. Hook me back up. Give me some free nights.
For real?
Yeah. No,
Fuck
they
yeah.
give me a card or whatever if you go there all the time. You know, it's like a Subway card or something.
I'm always like,
no, it's like a sandwich card. Subway's not paying me shit.
oh yeah.
If Subway wants to pay me shit, then they can pay me and I'll push them. But
I was like, Red Roof has sandwiches?
it's like a sandwich card. But
They fucking lied to me.
Yeah.
It's like a
They,
push cart
they said they didn't have room
ice cream
service.
I got some melted Reese's.
Yeah, the fucking vending machine. That's all they have. Ice, vending machine, and an elevator. You're pretty much fucked. You're going
You guys had an elevator? No.
more than one.
That's like a double plus Red Floofin.
Yeah.
Red Floofin.
Floof, floof, floof.
There's an extra tall roof.
It was red and roofed.
Well, when we stayed at the Red Roof Inn in Baltimore, we saw. Remember that guy? We saw this guy.
There was an alleged pimp.
He was wearing a bright purple suit. He had like a
Leopard
cane.
print. Leopard print.
It was
Isn't that just
purple.
It was leopard print.
Oh, okay, maybe it was purple leopard print.
There's a
and
lot
he
of
had a
different sides to
hat
this.
and a cane, and the cane was like bejeweled.
And he paced back and forth
In the parking lot.
like
Yeah.
the whole time we were staying there.
That's fucking
Now, that
rad.
guy was probably a pimp, but we do have a guy
I'm
who,
so
who hangs
jealous.
out around Lancaster who actually dresses like a pimp all the time on the weekends.
Just for fun, or is he? Okay.
Skippy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just one of the town fixtures. The other one's this guy Razor, who like he tapes like trolls.
Oh, he'll
troll
be
balls
there
to his head.
tonight.
He'll probably be at your show tonight. He's
Yeah, he's punk. as
I hope
fuck.
he is.
I'm always stoked to meet a guy named Razor.
He's punk, dude.
Yeah, Rayzor.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I get
Wow.
he goes to all the mid-rat shows, so he'll probably be there tonight.
Yeah, you'll probably
Right
see
on.
him tonight.
You'll see some
Awesome.
interesting shit. And the best part about it is, no matter if there's 30 people or 100 people in there, it's going to be packed.
Fuck yeah.
Small bar.
And I'm guessing it's going to be more to the 50-plus side tonight.
Oh, for
because-
real? Damn.
Yeah, everybody's been pushing it pretty hard.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
Dope.
excited.
it. We're stoked.
We saw a bunch of people try to go in there when we were hanging out waiting for you guys to show up, and they were actually leaving right away because they're like, oh, there's too many people in here.
Oh shit.
And they're like,
Yeah, and it wasn't even. Then they ripped all the tables out, so everybody's pissed because they couldn't go sit and eat. It's like, it says 7 o'clock, tables are getting tore down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck.
that's
What are we
how
about to
Joe-
walk into?
That's what Joe's. Nah, it'll be.
It's a riot.
Nah.
I want my burger.
Hopefully, you're walking into a set up PA and a band ready to play first.
Right on.
yeah.
But yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
I wish we had more time. Next time, we'll make more time and we'll get in depth to some other shit. Hopefully, hopefully it's not too long from now, but, you get another album you want to push or
Hell yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, when you come back to play the Chameleon.
Yeah. Yeah, let me know. If you guys hit me up if you need any help getting in any clubs around here. Cause I can
Cool.
help you out a little.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Will do.
Definitely. All right, man. Well, thank you for being on the damn podcast.
Thank you.
Thank
I got
you.
it.
For being our damn interviewer.
Enjoy your stay here in Lank Lank, and I'm sure I'll see you frequently throughout the evening because I'll be around. So-
Awesome.
Awesome.
Right on.
Looking
All right,
forward to
man.
it.
Definitely. Come on, you fuck. The space bar is not working.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe if you want to keep hearing more from us. We're going to keep doing our best to get high quality, great bands in here to do interviews and talk. Please share us with your friends. And we'll let you run out here with Watch Your Back by Scarboro. Definitely my favorite track still, even after that. Thank you for joining the damn podcast.